Many women recognize this sound. It is the sound of pepper spray on a keychain.
My mom wanted me to carry pepper spray, but my dad was like, no, like she doesn't need it and stuff like that. So it was kind of like back and forth for them. And my dad made me put in my contacts the Fresno State Police Department.
Yadira Arredondo, a Fresno State alumna, recalls the safety precautions given to her from her parents her freshman year back in the fall of 2014.
He made me put that on my speed dial. And, like, he was always just like, well, make sure, you know, like, when you're walking, because I had a lot of night classes my freshman year because I had a crappy schedule. And, like, they were always terrified. They were like, text me, like, the second you get out of class and then, like, the second you get into your car and, like, lock all your doors. I think my parents really did, like, try to make sure that I was safe. I think they made me, like aware at school, especially when I thought school was supposed to be a safe place. But, like, in general, I feel like, especially in college, because I would be by myself, they definitely opened my eyes in that sense.
Amy Luna, the public information officer for the Fresno State Police Department, sees nothing wrong with bringing pepper spray to campus in order to feel more safe.
If you have pepper spray in your hand and you're looking at it, you're thinking about your safety, right? That's a little reminder that's like, oh, I need to be paying attention. I have a tool if I needed to defend myself, and you're kind of making that plan. So I think that in that aspect that those are good things because it's making you think about your safety. But if you do choose to use any of those things, just make sure that it's within what the law allows.
It is important for students to point out when they see something out of place during their usual walk to class.
The biggest thing that you'll hear from any law enforcement agency is stay aware of your surroundings, and that just kind of helps you scan ahead and be able to plan and make decisions accordingly. And the second thing that is really important for our department is if you see something, say something. That allows us to continue to be proactive in the way that we patrol the campus community. So just being aware of your surroundings, and then if you see something, say something. Don't be afraid to ask questions and talk. And whether it's you call the department, you flag down one of our staff, as they're patrolling the campus, or you do an online contact form, whatever it be, don't be afraid to reach out to us. We are a resource, and we're very invested in our community here, and we want you to be able to feel comfortable coming to us.
But not all dangers are physical. The campus police can also help you when it comes to reporting things like harassment.
So I feel like even in like shows or movies and stuff, like men are kind of portrayed as like to keep trying when they really want somebody. But at the same time, it's like that could backfire because like in other people's senses, just like no means no. Or even like in person, like they're still like they'll follow you around, or like they'll still be texting you like, oh hey, what's up? Like how's it going? And you're just like, can you stop? Like even if you're not messaging them back, they'll still blow up your phone like, hey, what are you doing? Like I don't understand like how you not get a hint. Like that's also scary too because that could lead to like being obsessive.
The most important thing when it comes to harassment, that's always the first step, that the first thing the officer will say to you is just ignoring them isn't enough. You have to say, stop, you're harassing me. If you continue to do this, I will report you to the police, because a lot of times the person who's pushing doesn't realize they're crossing the line. And so once you set that line, it makes a difference, and if it doesn't make a difference, the police have tools to be able to address that with the law and help you stop that.
There are also programs on campus to help you if you need help gaining the confidence to draw the line. RAD teaches women how to draw the line by speaking up and standing up for themselves.
RAD is a self-defense class for men and women. It's based on kind of teaching individuals basic self-awareness and then basic self-defense techniques. They try to incorporate real life scenarios, like situations you could potentially be in if someone were to grab your arm, grab you from behind, or be on top of you, that sort of thing, and then how to break away from those situations. And so through that, it just builds your confidence in knowing that even if someone's larger than you or if someone grabs you unexpectedly, that through that class you've gained the tools to be able to get away and protect yourself.
According to RAIN's website, rann.org, among undergraduate students, 23.1% of females and 5.4% of males experience rape or sexual assault through physical force, violence, or incapacitation. 4.2% of students have also experienced stalking since entering college.
I think, especially with women, we're taught to be polite, right? We're taught not to raise our voice, that's not how you speak to other people, that you talk respectfully. And when someone is in your personal space or harassing you, it's important that you stand up for yourself and you voice that line and say, you need to stop. So one thing that I thought was really good in our RAD program that we teach is they make you yell in that class. They make you yell, stop, leave me alone. And the instructors will work with you, and if you're not saying it loud enough or with enough authority, they're like, no, say it again. And so you kind of have to have that practice. And so find ways, with your friends, say like, okay, if something were to happen, what is our plan? It's always good to have someone looking out for you, you looking out for another person, and then practice those things, because if something does happen where you do need to use those tools, you'll be a lot more confident.
Knowing these statistics and what we discussed today, I think it's important for students to look for resources on campus to learn about different ways they can defend themselves and different resources on campus they can call, like the campus police, if they do feel unsafe or find themselves in one of the situations that we've discussed on this podcast. So thank you for listening in. This was Alexandra Harrell with Fresno State KFSR.